Tonight from Kloss Field on the campus of Hamline University, it's game one of the home campaign for the Hamline Pipers as they welcome in the Macalester Scots. Hello again, everybody. This is Dom D'Andrea from Kloss Field tonight, where it's game one of the home schedule for the Pipers, and they will take on the Macalester Scots as the captains are meeting at the HU logo in the at midfield, and the two teams have made their way onto the field, and they will line up for the national anthem here. Let's give you a brief recap on last year and then the game that they played already this season as the coin toss is going on. But last year, these two teams finished. Macalester, let's start with them. They finished 5-5, 3-2 in the Midwest Conference, and Hamline finished 2-8 and 1-7 in the MIAC last year. Their only conference win coming on September 30th against Carleton, and that win was 30-19. As the coin toss is going on right now, both these teams played last week. The Hamline Pipers losing to Buena Vista, so they are 0-1 here on the young campaign in 2018, and the Scots winning against Carleton, and they are 1-0. So both these teams come in with the game under their belt in the 2018 season. It's a battle for the paint bucket, and it comes your way next. After the national anthem, we'll have the kickoff between the Pipers and the Scots here from Kloss Field on the campus of Hamline University. Back inside Kloss Field, where the opening kick will happen momentarily. The Scots come in 0-1. The Scots come in rather 1-0. The Pipers come in 0-1. Like I mentioned, it's a battle for the paint bucket, and this rivalry dates back to the 1800s. The Pipers hold a 67-46-4 series edge versus Macalester, as the paint bucket was created by a Hamline alum in 1969. The Pipers have won the last 3 of 4 recent matchups in this series. Macalester getting the best of them last year in the game that went into the hands of the Scots, a 23-14 win. The Pipers winning in 2014, 15, and 16. So they look to reclaim the paint bucket here with the win tonight. Gorgeous night for some football. No wind to speak of as of right now. The teams are on the field. Macalester in the white uniforms with orange and blue trim, as the Pipers are in their burgundy tops with black pants, black socks, and they will kick off from right to left as we look out at Kloss Field. It'll be Jonathan Nee deep for the Macalester Scots, along with Alec Beatty. And Beatty, you're going to hear a lot of his name being called tonight, but the Scots will get the ball first as the Pipers will send it off from right to left and get this game underway. Again, it's the battle of the paint bucket. Glad you could join us on opening night for the Hamline Pipers here at home, and we are underway as this is a Short kick fielded by Nee at the 20. Makes his way up to the middle of the field looking for some running room as he bounces off a couple of hits on the far sideline and gets across the 30 and falls ahead forward close to the 35-yard line, and that's where the Scots offense will take over. 1st and 10 for the Scots offense, and they are led out onto the field by Cody Petrick, the senior 6'3" out of Lansing, Illinois. Last week, he was 21 of 29 for 368 yards passing, 6 touchdowns in their opening win against Carleton, and they they won for the 3rd straight year against Carleton in the Book of Knowledge game. 48-38 was the final. Bunch formation here, the near side for the Scots. Behind Petrick is Stefan, the running back. In the shotgun, gets a snap, handoff goes left side, and being hit immediately behind the line of scrimmage was the running back, Stefan, as a couple of Pipers getting their nose in there to stop, and that was Noah Jacobson with the first contact, so now it is 2nd down and 11. Second down and 11 here for the Scots, opening series of the game as they look to the sideline across the way to get the play call. Beatty lines up wide to the near side, Nee in motion from left to right. Petrick in the shotgun formation, surveying the defense. Stefan behind him. Gets a snap, drops back, looks to the near side, throws, and that's caught at the 35-yard line, but being bottled up right there at the point of catch was the wide receiver, Jonathan Nee, as they pick up maybe 2 to 3 yards on the play, now setting up 3rd down. Nice job by the Pipers defense here, coming out strong. The 3rd year for head coach Chip Taylor and the Pipers. 3rd down and 8, ball on the 36-yard line, just underway here in the 1st quarter from Kloss Field. You have Noah Jacobson on the defensive front, along with some veterans in the defensive backcourt for head coach Chip Taylor. We'll see what they draw up here on 3rd down. Petrick again lines up with a shotgun. Stefan to his left. 2 receivers on either side. He gets a snap, steps up, now flush. Now will try to tuck it and run, and he is knocked down at the line of scrimmage as Jacobson and company came up to make the play, and that will be 3 and out for the Macalester Scott offense, and they will send it away here with 13 minutes to go in the 1st quarter from Kloss Field. The defense setting a tone here on their home field. Again, the Macalester Scott offense was clicking on all cylinders last week in that 48-38 win over Carleton, but 3 and out, good stand by the Pipers, and we'll see what the Pipers offense can do when they receive the punt that's coming from left to right. Good snap, the punt is away, and the ball bounces at the 40-yard line, checks up, and that will be where the Pipers will get the ball for their first offensive possession of 2018 here at Kloss Field. We'll have it for you after this quick timeout as you're tuned in to Pipers Football on the Pipers Broadcast Network. First down and 10 for the Pipers as they break out of the huddle. Justice Spriggs, the senior quarterback. 3 receivers to the near side. 1 split out far sideline as we look here across Kloss Field. Brandon Miller to the right of Justice Spriggs in the shotgun. Ball is spotted at the 39-yard line. Spriggs claps his hands, gets the snap, looking left, steps up in the pocket, and the pass is batted down at the line of scrimmage. A Macalester Scott defensive lineman got his hand on it and sent the ball up into the air. With 12:16 to go in the 1st quarter, the Pipers will now set up 2nd down after the pass was deflected at the line of scrimmage as Spriggs looked to the near side for one of his receivers. 2 receivers to the near side and 1 split out far right. Running back to the left of Justice Spriggs, again in the shotgun. Some motion at the line of scrimmage. Spriggs fakes it, now keeps it, and he spins up the middle, diving forward to the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play for Justice Spriggs. Josh Bartz in on the stop for the Scots, setting up now 3rd down and 5. First possession of the night for the Pipers. We'll see if they can convert here on 3rd down. 11:45 and ticking to go. Man in motion from left to right. That's Miller. Spriggs claps his hands, gets the snap, throws to the near side, and it's hauled in by Lunsford. Lunsford is loose down the near sideline, makes a move, and he is inside the 20-yard line. A nice play by the wide receiver, Tanner Lunsford. The sophomore, 6'3", out of Plymouth, Minnesota. Last week had 7 receptions. His first reception is a good one. Picks up the 1st down, moved the sticks, and the ball is spotted at the 19-yard line from right to left for the Pipers here. Spriggs quickly to the line. 3 wide receivers split out far right. Miller in the backfield as Spriggs steps up, and a flag is thrown as Spriggs is going to be wrapped up as he tried to step up into the pocket and make something happen. We'll see what the flag is as it was thrown in the backfield with 11:07 to go. The referee is Christopher Rick here, and his crew will sort things out. 11:07 to go in the first quarter. No score between the Pipers and the Scots here from Kloss Field. So we're going to get a penalty on the Pipers here. I believe they said number 75, which would be Brandon Nordhausen, the offensive lineman. So they will spot the ball now at the 29-yard line for the Pipers. Again, a nice 3rd down conversion for Justice Spriggs to Tanner Lunsford for a big gain up the near sideline. Lunsford made a couple of Scots miss, and took it into the red zone. Now they're backed up on the 29-yard line as they break the huddle. 2 wide receivers to the right side, 1 to the near side. Miller in the backfield. Spriggs in the shotgun. Pressure comes, has to do something. He will tuck it and run across the 20. Makes his move inside the 20 at the 19 before he is shoved out of bounds for a gain of 5 on the play. And it will be now 2nd down and 11 with 10:25 and running in the first quarter. Good offensive possession here for the Pipers, ticking down here in the first quarter. A nice 3rd down conversion. We'll see if they can punch it in. They're in scoring distance here. Again, coming off a week 1 loss against Buena Vista, but the offense played really well last week as they fake it to Miller. Spriggs keeps it, but the ball is loose on the turf. And the Scots signal that they have it. We'll wait for the official signal as the ball just slipped right out of the hands of Justice Spriggs, and it's going to be Scots football inside the 20-yard line. So Spriggs tried to tuck it away and run, and the ball just slipped out of his hands, and the Scots recover the fumble, and they'll have 1st down and 10 as they create a turnover. And they will go on offense for the 2nd time here with 9:57 to go in the opening quarter. No score between the Macalester Scots and the Hamline Pipers in Game 1 of this home campaign for the Hamline Pipers. So 2nd offensive possession for the Macalester Scots as the senior quarterback Cody Petrick lines up in the shotgun. Stephen, the running back, right behind him. Bunch formation, 3 receivers to the near side. They sling it out to Jonathan Nee, who makes his way across the 20, make it the 21-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds by the Pipers secondary. Now that will be 2nd down here and short. Make it now 2nd down and 3, it looks like, with 9:47 to go in the opening quarter. 2nd down and 3. Ball spotted at the 22-yard line as the Scots move left to right. Same look here on 2nd down. Bunch formation. This time they send Nee in motion from right to left. Stephen right behind the quarterback, Petrick. In the shotgun, surveying the defense. They will hand it off. Stephen up the middle, and he will go nowhere as the first contact is made, and coming out of the pile was Luke Trudell celebrating as he made the stop along with 2 or 3 Pipers. now to create third down and 1. Third down and 1, ball on the 24-yard line. We're under 9 minutes to go in the opening quarter. The Pipers looked like they were threatening offensively, but a forced fumble by the Scots, a turnover, and they will have it here on third down and 1. Petrick lines up in the shotgun. Stefan right behind him. Looked to be some early movement, but no penalty as Petrick is flushed out to his right, looks downfield, throws to the near sideline, and it is incomplete. The signaling, well, one official looked like he was going to spot it. The other one came in and wiped it off and said no catch. And it looks like there has been a flag thrown on the field, so they're going to get together, the officials are, and we'll sort things out here. Eligible man downfield, it looks like the initial signaling. We'll see what they call it here. So it looks like an eligible player downfield on Macalester. Penalty was declined here. Now it's fourth down, and the punting unit for the Scots will come out. So nice job after the turnover for the Pipers defense to come in and get the Macalester offense to go 3 and out again for the second straight series. Here with 8:33 to go in the opening quarter. Pipers 0 and the Scots 0. Pipers awaiting the punt. It's a low punt here, angled on the near side. Skips a couple of times across the 50, and will be laid to rest at the 44, 43-yard line, and that's where the offense will take over for the second possession of the night for Justice Spriggs and his offense here with 8:22 to go in the opening quarter. No score between the Scots and the Pipers. Again, it's the battle of the paint bucket. The Scots defeating the Pipers 23-14 last year, but the Pipers getting their number in 2014, 2015, and 2016 in this rivalry game. Spriggs breaks the huddle here in the shotgun, sends a man in motion, quick snap, flings it out to the running back here. That's Prouty, making a man miss across the 45, lunges forward as he's hit close to midfield across the way. Check that. That was Xander Payne with that little pitch out to the far side, out of the backfield. Wears number 24 for the Pipers. Spriggs in the shotgun here. Movement on the defensive front before the snap, and we'll see what they call here. As there are a couple of Scots itching, trying to time up the Spriggs snap count, and they might have flinched a little too soon. We'll see what the penalty is. And it's going to be on the offense. So they're going to call a false start on the Pipers, moving them back now after the foul. 7:49 to go. No score between the Pipers and the Scots. The battle for the paint bucket here tonight from Kloss Field. The lights aren't on right now as the sun is setting here at Kloss Field. Comfortable temperatures here on second down and 10. Spriggs gets the snap. The handoff goes left side. And trying to make his way inside the Scott territory was Xander Payne again, and he does so, picking up 5 to 6 yards on that carry. Ball spotted at the 50-yard line straight away, right at the HU paint in the middle of the field with 7:13 and counting to go in the first quarter. Pipers offense shuffling in some players here on third down and short with 7 minutes to go in the opening quarter. No score, second offensive possession for the Pipers. The first one resulted in a fumble inside Macalester territory. Fake the toss. Now Spriggs fires, and there's a man up the middle. It goes, and a nice pitch, a nice catch, and that's a first down for the Pipers. Nice job by the Pipers offense. Fake the toss. Spriggs steps in, throws a rocket over the middle, and that's hauled in by Ryder Hutton. 10 for the Pipers. Setting up now 1st and 10, ball on the 33-yard line. Pipers trying to score first. Had a chance to do so last offensive series, but the series resulted in a fumble. Spriggs fakes it, now keeps it up the middle, and he'll slide feet first on the right hash mark at the 25-yard line. A good gain there on the designed run for the quarterback, Justice Spriggs. Again, Spriggs, the senior, 6 feet 1 inch from St. Anthony, Minnesota. Last week he was 25 of 52, 2 interceptions, but did throw 2 touchdowns. He was sacked 5 times. 2nd down and 4. Spriggs in the shotgun. 2 receivers near side as the ball is dropped at the snap. Spriggs sprawling for it on the turf, and he'll recover it to make it now 3rd down and 7, rather. So the story of this one thus far for the Pipers, getting Macalester to go 3 and out on their 2 offensive possessions. The offense looking good, but they're just trying to punch one in here. 3rd down and 7. Ball on the 30-yard line, man in motion from left to right here. Spriggs under some pressure, gets away from a man, looking downfield towards the end zone, throws, and it's incomplete. He had a man streaking in the end zone, and it looked like it went right over the head of a receiver that was loose out in the end zone. So now it's 4th down and 7 as that one just failed to click for the Pipers. Spriggs, the veteran quarterback, in the huddle. Now breaking the huddle here. They'll go for it on 4th down and 7. 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Last week they were a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. And it looks like the Macalester Scots will have to burn a timeout to get things straightened out on their side of the ball. 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. No score between the Pipers and the Scots from Kloss Field. We'll take a quick break. And we'll come back for the 4th down play here as the Pipers look to convert. 4th down and 7 upcoming after this quick timeout on the Pipers Broadcast Network. So the Pipers last week, they were a perfect 2 for 2 in these situations, in a 4th down situation. This week, they're going for it here. Again, the first drive resulted into a fumble. The second drive here for the offense, still scoreless, 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. They break the huddle, 3 receivers to the near side. Spriggs in the shotgun, 1 receiver split out wide right. Running back off to the right side of Spriggs, gets the snap, pressure comes, throws over the middle, and it is a low throw. Did he come up with it? No, he did not. The intended receiver on the post route up the middle at the 5-yard line tried to slide and catch it, but it just failed to click there on 4th down and 7, and it will be a turnover on downs for the Pipers offense. Tried to fit it in there was Justice Spriggs on 4th down, resulting in the turnover on down, and we'll see if the Pipers defense is up to the task. They've done a really nice job here in the 2 offensive possessions for the Macalester Scots offense at holding them to 2 3-and-outs. Lights have been flicked on here at Kloss Field. Bunch formation to the near side. Petrick in the shotgun for the Scots. Handoff goes to Stefan left side. Has some room to run outside the hash marks on the number. Pulls forward at the 35-yard line where he is met by the Pipers defense for a gain of 5 yards on the play. The ball will be spotted on the left hash mark here under 5 to go in the opening quarter. No score between the Pipers and the Scots. The Scots offense led by Cody Petrick, the quarterback, Jeremy Steffen, the running back, and then Alec Beatty, who we haven't heard his name be called, as they line up here on 2nd down and 5. Bunch formation again to the near side. Petrick lined up in the shotgun, sends a man in motion at the snap. They will give it to the motion man running around the left end, getting met at the 35-yard line by, looked like, one of the Pipers. Mitchell Madej, it looked like the initial contact for Hamline, resulting in the Macalester player to go out of bounds. As Reese Bereson was the runner on that jet sweep around the left side. 3rd down and 2. Ball at the 38-yard line. 0 for 2 already this week for the Scots in 3rd downs. They were 30% last week. At the snap, whistles blow, and we'll see if there's going to be a penalty. No, it looks like Macalester will elect to use a timeout here with 3:33 to go in the opening quarter. Still, Pipers 0, the Scots 0, as they get set for a 3rd down and 2 play upcoming. Well, the Pipers opened up at Buena Vista, 39-27 loss in that one last week in their opening game here in the 2018 campaign. Tough loss, looking to bounce back here in a trophy game against the Scots here in week 2, as the Pipers' streak of 6 straight openers was snapped with that loss last week. So we'll try to start a new streak here, and we'll try to do so at home. They play here tonight against Macalester, and then they go on the road against St. Thomas and Concordia in back-to-back weeks before coming back for another night game on their schedule on September 29th. All right, 3rd down and 2. Scots out of the timeout. We'll see what they draw up here. We'll see if the Pipers bring some pressure here. Petrick in the shotgun. Sends a man in motion from right to left. Gets a snap, hands it off up the middle. Steffen spinning across the 1st down marker. And he will fall forward for a good enough gain for a 1st down. The first down conversion for the Macalester offense as they keep their drive alive with under 4 minutes to go in the opening quarter. 1st down and 10. Ball will be spotted at the 43-yard line. The Pipers' defense returning some good players. Noah Jacobson, Luke Trudell, Mitchell Madej. They have some young guys being tossed into the mix, but they've looked good here in this test against the Macalester offense through a half a quarter. 1st down and 10, ball at the 43-yard line as whistles blow at the snap. And Petrick was pointing to one of his offensive linemen. And it looks like it's going to be a penalty resulting in a march back by the officials for the Macalester Scots. So 1st down and 15 now after the foul. Ball now at the 38-yard line as the Scots move from left to right as we look across Kloss Field. Again, a gorgeous night for some football. 69 degrees right now. No breeze. Perfect night for some football here in the MIAC. Under 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. The snap goes to Petrick. The fling out to the near side. Looking to shake a couple of tackles and then being run out of bounds as he makes his way across the 40-yard line was Rapport. The running back for the Macalester Scots gets his first action, the junior out of Omaha, Nebraska. Petrick last week in their win against Carleton was 21 of 29 for 368 yards through the air. He threw 6 touchdowns. And for this senior last year in his junior campaign, more on that in a minute, as knee goes in motion from right to left. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 split out here to the near side. Rapport in the backfield for the Scots. He gets the carry here. Jacobson looked like he had him, but Rapport puts his foot in the ground and speeds up the hash mark across the 40-yard line. And he goes inside Piper's territory with a first down run. The Macalester Scots keep their offensive drive alive here. The first down run by Rapport. As we approach the 1:25 mark here in the first quarter. Again, no score between the Scots and the Pipers. First down and 10, ball at the 40-yard line. Petrick surveying the defense. In the shotgun, 3 receivers left. 1 split out to the near side. Stephen, the running back. Back to pass, fires over the middle, and it's in and out of the hands of the receiver across the middle at the 30-yard line, thrown behind the intended target. And it falls to the turf to make it now a second down and 10. Good coverage there by the Pipers defense. 1:03 to go in the opening quarter. The Scots are part of the Midwest Conference North Division. Selected in the preseason ranks to finish 3rd in their division. As they line up here on second down and 10. Ball at the 40-yard line. Man in motion from left to right. The fake handoff goes to him. Stepping back, fires across the middle. That's Jonathan Nee open at the 30. Stiff arms a man at the 25 and falls forward on the left hash mark at the 21-yard line for a first down for the Scots. They keep the chains moving. And we tick down under a minute to go in the opening quarter. The Scots threatening here as they approach the red zone for their offense. Their offense looking over the far sideline to get the play call in. Piper's doing the same as they try to dial something up here offensively. First down and 10, ball at the 21-yard line. Petrick in the shotgun, sends Rapport in motion. Now it's going to be a fake, and then the toss to Beatty. Beatty across the 20 and falls forward to the 16-yard line. A little trickery by the Scots offense as this first quarter will wind down here without a play. So the first quarter ends. No score between the Scots and the Pipers from Kloss Field in the home opener. The 2018 Hamline Pipers football season. We'll see what the second down and 5 play has in store after we take a quick timeout here on the Pipers Broadcast Network. All right, let's see if the Pipers defense can stand their ground as the second quarter will get underway here. Back at Kloss Field, Dom D'Andrea from Kloss Field. The Scots offense on a drive here. Second down and 5 upcoming. Ball at the 16-yard line. As we get set to start the second quarter of play. A flip sides as the Scots will set up here moving right to left as we look across Kloss Field. Petrick lines up in the shotgun. Stephen to his right. 2 receivers now make it knee in motion from left to right. 2 receivers, now 3 receivers to the far side. Petrick in the shotgun taking his time to survey the defense. 10 seconds to go on the play clock. Whereas number 2 in white for the Scots gets the chest high snap, drops back, 3, steps up, now pumps. Now will sprint out to the right, looking for someone to throw it to, and will just float it out of bounds as he was being pressured from behind by the Pipers. Pipers forcing now third down and 5 with the Scots on the 16-yard line. Scots had 14 offensive plays in that first quarter for 69 total yards. The Pipers had 12 plays for 87 yards offensively. Still scoreless. The Scots threatening here. 3rd down and 5. Ball on the 16-yard line. Rapport, check that. That will be Reese Breeson in motion from right to left. Petrick back to pass, steps up, looking downfield. His hit, spins off a tackle, avoids another tackle as he runs up the middle, and he falls forward on a dive, feet first, inside the 10. Boy, the Pipers' defense, they were swarming all around the quarterback for the Scots, and he eluded a couple of tacklers and picked up a 1st down to keep their drive going inside the red zone for the Scots. Noah Jacobson checks out of the ball game. Looks like he is talking to the athletic trainer down there, trying to get things straightened out. 1st down and 8. Just underway here in the 2nd quarter. The give goes right side to Rapport. Rapport at the 10. Rapport to the end zone, and he will be knocked out of bounds, it looks like. The pylon on the far side of the field, the far right corner, was knocked away, but the official is marking him down at the 3-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and goal. Ball on the 3 with 13:40 to go in the 2nd quarter. Pipers defense trying to create some havoc here deep in their own territory. 2 receivers split out to the near side. Petrick in the shotgun. Stefan to his right. Sends a man in motion. That's Nee. The give goes to Nee along the right side, and he will hurdle his way in to the end zone. And the Scots get on the board first. It's 6-0. So the Macalester Scots punch their way into the end zone as Jonathan Nee picks up the touchdown. And the extra point upcoming to make it 7-0 here, but with 13:22 to go in the 2nd quarter, the Pipers trailing the Scots here 6-0. Snap back, spot good. The kick from the left-footed place kicker is up and good, and the Scots have a 7-0 lead here with 13:22 to go. In the 2nd quarter here at Kloss Field, the Pipers offense will try to answer as they look to tie things up here as they trail 7-0 with 13:22 to go in the 1st half. From Kloss Field, we'll take a quick break, come back for the kickoff and the offensive drive for the Hamline Pipers here with 13:22 to go, and you're tuned into the Pipers Broadcast Network. So Nee takes the little toss out of the backfield and runs around the right end into the end zone for a score. The extra point good. 7-0 is our score here with 13:22 to go in the 2nd quarter. The Pipers offense will try to respond as the kickoff will come from right to left. The approach, and the ball is away. A good kick sending the return man back into the end zone, and that will be a touchback for the Pipers offense to work. It will be now 1st down and 10 as the ball will be spotted at after the touchback at the 25-yard line. Ball on the 25-yard line. The Pipers offense trying to get kick-started. Had a good first offensive possession. They kind of stalled out after the Pipers fumbled by Justice Spriggs. The second possession looked good as well, but they couldn't punch it in the end zone for 6, and we'll see what they can do here as they trail it 7-0. The handoff goes up the right side, and being stacked up at the line of scrimmage for a loss of 1 was the running back for the Pipers. We'll see who comes away with that. That was Brandon Miller, the Running back, Miller, the junior, out of North Branch, Minnesota, 9 carries last week for 71 yards. Last year against Macalester, 6 carries for 38 yards as he split time with Josiah Harris, as you might remember. Harris gone, Miller, the starting running back. Spriggs lines up in the shotgun, clapping his hands, gets a chest-high snap. Pressure comes from his back, throws over the middle. A diving attempt by Kyle L. at the 45-yard line for the Pipers. L, the wide receiver, the junior out of Tucson, Arizona. Had a good effort there to try to haul in that pass that was low by Justice Spriggs. 3rd down and 11 now for the Pipers offense. They trail it 7-0. 12:36 to go before half. Pipers moving left to right here. Spriggs looking over to the sideline, gets the play call, relays it to his offensive line. 2 receivers far side, 2 near side. Single back is Miller off to Spriggs' left side. And whistles blow. It looked like Miller just jumped a little too early at the start of that play from the backfield. It looked like he wanted to get a head start on that play. Flinched a little too early, and they will back the Pipers offense up deep in their own territory here for this 3rd down and 16 play upcoming. Ball at the 19-yard line. We're in the second quarter. Scots ahead by a score of 7-0. Pipers trying to even up their overall record after a loss last week against Buena Vista. Trying to reclaim the paint bucket against Macalester here. Pressure comes from Spriggs' left side. He throws, and that will be a low throw to Harrison Jones across the way, and the Pipers go 3 and out. Pass was intended for Harrison Jones, but nothing he could do there as it fell off target. So the Pipers offense will have to wait for another opportunity as 4th down and 16 approaches. They will punt it away here. From left to right, Jordan Dino is the punter, standing at the 5-yard line. Good snap. The punt is away. A high punt, a short punt at the 40. It bounces on the near sideline, and it goes out of bounds at the 38-yard line is where the officials will mark it. It'll be 1st down and 10 from that spot for the Scots to move from right to left after this quick break. You're tuned in to Pipers football on the Pipers Broadcast Network. So the Scots will trot back out onto the field. Their offense trying to recreate whatever they had working in their last possession, offensive possession, because it resulted in 6 points. But the Pipers defense trying to get back on the horse here. Petrick lines up in the shotgun. Bunch formation here to the near side. 2 receivers out far right. Rapport in motion. The give goes up the middle to the tailback, and that is going to be Jeremy Steffen, who lowers his shoulder on the left hash mark across the 35. He falls forward at the 33-yard line. 2nd down and 5 for the Scots here as we approach 12 minutes to go in the second quarter. Again, 7-0 is our score. Under 12 to go in the second quarter from Kloss Field. 2 receivers to the near side. 2 to the far side. Single back lined up right behind the quarterback Petrick is Jeremy Steffen. 4 down in the defensive front for the Pipers. Rapport in motion. The handoff will, no, it won't go to him. The fake, and now the pressure comes, and he's going to be dropped. Noah Jacobson comes up and makes the tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and that's good enough for a sack by Noah Jacobson and the defensive front, wrapping up the quarterback Petrick to set up now 3rd down and 12. Pipers defense needed a big play. Jacobson, the veteran, makes that big play. The senior out of Monticello, Minnesota, had 3.5 sacks last year. had 4 total tackles in this meeting a year ago. This crowd trying to get behind the Pipers defense. 4 down on the defensive front. Now make it 3 down on the defensive front. As the Scots line up in the shotgun bunch formation to the far side. Petrick looking that way. Throws, and he has a receiver there. And making his way close to the sticks, but he'll fall short as he is being wrapped up on the far sideline at the 31-yard line. As the defensive tandem for the Pipers making that stop short of the sticks. It was Reese Breeson on the reception. Breeson played a little defense last week, now tossing his number in the offense this week. 4th down and 3. Ball at the 31-yard line. Scots 7, Pipers 0. We'll see if the Pipers can do something here defensively to cause some havoc. Breeson in motion. The give goes up the middle to Stephen, lowers his shoulder, and will that be enough for a first down on the right hash mark? He lowers his shoulder, and the signal from the referee is Macalester first down. So Stephen, they give the ball to the senior out of Duluth, Minnesota. Powered his way forward for a gain of 3, and that was good enough for a first down. As we tick down under 10 minutes to go before half, 7-0 Scots. Ball at the 27-yard line. 4 down on the defensive front for the Pipers. Man in motion from right to left. That's me. 2 receivers to the near side. 1 to the far side. The fake to Stephen. Petrick will carry it, and he will spin off a guy at the 20-yard line on the numbers and fall forward after his second life. Good enough for a first down. And the Scots offense keeps the sticks moving. It's another first down picked up. And they go deeper inside the Pipers' territory. But this is where the Pipers' defense can regroup and try to get a stop here. 7-0. The Scots are in front here right before half. Under 9 minutes to go before halftime. But if they get a stop here, hold them to a field goal attempt, something like that, or a turnover, that would be huge for the Pipers' momentum. Petrick gets the snap. The handoff goes right side. Stephen makes a man miss. Stephen high steps his way on the into the end zone on the right side for a 16-yard run. That's good enough for a Scots touchdown. So Jeremy Stephen gets the call there on the run on the right side, and he punches it in for 6 with the extra point pending. So Jonathan Nee picked up the Scots' first touchdown. Jeremy Stephen picks up the Scots' second touchdown here. Extra point pending. Snap good, spot good. The left-footed kick is up, and that is good. And it's 14-0 here with 8:38 to go in the first half from Kloss Field as the Pipers offense will trying to get things kick-started, try to cut into the deficit. We'll see what they can do as we take a quick break on the Pipers Broadcast Network. $8:38 to go before half. The Pipers will get the ball back after Jeremy Stephen rumbled his way in for a touchdown. 14-0 is our score. Pipers will receive the kickoff from right to left here. And it's not that their offense has played bad here in the first half. They've just failed to make those extra plays that you need to try to punch one in. Again, this is not a conference battle. The Scots are part of the Midwest Conference. They left the MIAC in 2012. Kick is fielded at the goal line, taken up the left side, now angles to the center of the field where he is cut down at the 15-yard line. Return man for the Pipers. Tristan Thomas was the return man for the Pipers. So the Pipers will have to string a drive together here with 8:31 to go before half. They have the quarterback to do so, the senior out of St. Anthony, Minnesota. Ranked second in completions, third in completion percentage, and third in yards as a quarterback in the MIAC last season. We'll see if he can get the offense kick-started here. First down and 10 at the 15-yard line. Lining up in the shotgun. Claps his hands, gets the snap. Pressure comes from his left, steps up, fires over the middle. There's Tristan Thompson. Thompson at the 20, outside the numbers at the 30. And he is cut down close to the 30-yard line, just shy of the 30-yard line. A good gain by the Pipers offense. That results in a first down. First down and 10, clock ticking, approaching 8 minutes to go before halftime. Spriggs in the shotgun. Two receivers near side, two to the far side. Single back lined up to his left. The give, no, the fake as Spriggs takes it on the left hash mark across the 30, falling forward at the 32-yard line. As Spriggs faked it to the jet man and then just tuck it and run with it up the middle. Second down and 6 now for the Pipers offense. Good crowd on hand to watch the Pipers and the Scots play in the opener for the Pipers here in the 2018 season, the home schedule opener. The handoff goes to the running back that time for the Pipers. Xander Payne getting his nose in there for maybe a gain of 1 yard on the play. Third down and 8. 7 minutes to go in this opening half from Class Field. 14-0, the Pipers trail the Scots. Offense trying to get things started as they had one big play in that first quarter as Lundford hauled in a Spriggs' throw. But we'll see what they can do here on third down and 8. Two receivers to the near side, two to the far side. Single back is Miller. Snap comes, Spriggs being flushed out of the pocket. Pump fakes, now slides down in the middle of the field at the 40-yard line, and that will be good enough for a Pipers first down. Heads-up play by the quarterback to, first of all, avoid the sack, and then second of all, avoid the contact being had after he crossed the line of scrimmage, sliding feet first safely for a first down pickup as their drive continues here. First down and 10, 6:15 in ticking to go before halftime. Two receivers to the near side, two split out far left. Spriggs gets the snap, looking right to his running back Miller, now being pressured from behind, and he is going to be hit as he crosses the line of scrimmage by Macalester. Spriggs falls forward for a gain of 1 to 2 yards on that play to now make it second down and 8 with 5:43 to go in the second quarter. See what they have in store on this second down and 8 play. Man in motion, the fake to him, and Spriggs will keep it, spinning off a tackler and then being swallowed up on the left hash mark for no gain on the play. Number 90 for the Scots, Ben Lewis, in on the stop to force this third down and now 7 upcoming for the Pipers offense. Mentioned last week, they were 6 of 19 on third down for a percentage just a tick over 31%. Already went for it on fourth down already this game, earlier in the game, as the play clock winds down under 5. Spriggs in the shotgun gets the snap. Pressure comes, steps up, fires over the middle, and he has a receiver at the 20. He's loose, and he will score for the Pipers. The pass play down the center of the field, making his way into the end zone. I believe that's 37, Matt Miller. 14-6 right now. Extra point pending. Matt Miller makes the touchdown reception as the penalty is being announced. That's roughing the passer. But boy, you talk about answering and answering big. They're third down in their own territory, and they hook up for a big touchdown to make it now 14-6 with the extra point pending. Snap back, spot good. The kick is up, and it is good, and it's 14-7. Scott's on top, but the Pipers answer back with a big pass and a big reception by Matt Miller to plunge his way in to the end zone for 6. And we have a one-score game here at Kloss Field between the Scots and the Pipers as we'll take a quick break, come back. Pipers score a touchdown and make it 14-7 against the Scots here on the Pipers Broadcast Network. Fantastic job by the Pipers offense to answer with a big score to make it 14-7 as they will kick off from the midfield logo after that roughing the passer penalty on that long pickup for the Pipers. Give credit to Spriggs hanging in there, the senior delivering the pass right on target. Good enough for 6, the extra point good, and we're 4:35 to go in the second quarter. 14-7 is our score. Pipers losing last week against Buena Vista. The Scots winning against Carleton for the third straight season in their trophy game as the kick from midfield is fielded at the 5-yard line by Jonathan Nee. Nee goes up the right side on the numbers, and he is thrown down to a stop at the 20-yard line, and that's where the Scots offense will take over first down and 10, moving right to left. 14-7, Scots in front, but the Pipers answering big, and that's what I said. But the defense, yes, the defense allowed another touchdown, but the offense coming down and making a big play to cut into the deficit, and things are rolling for the Pipers offense here. Want the defense back out onto the field. We'll see what they can do with 4:30 to go before halftime. See if they can get a stop here before half. 4 down on the defensive front for the Pipers. Nee in motion, whistles at the snap. It's going to be delay of game on the Scots, so they will march back deeper into the shadow of their own goalpost. Here with 4:30 to go in the opening half from Kloss Field. The Scots 14, the Pipers 7. Here in the Battle of the Paint Bucket. First down and now 15 for the Scots offense. Petrick in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Single back, Stephan right behind him. Taking the play clock all the way down, throws out to the far side. That's caught by Jonathan Nee. Makes a man miss initially and then is wrapped up shy of the 35-yard line for a short pickup on that play to make it now a second down. We've heard Jonathan Nee get his name involved as he scored the last touchdown for, or check that, he scored the first touchdown for the Scots via the run. Second down and 6. He's in motion with that hair flowing from under his orange helmet. As he lines up here on the near side. Bunch formation. 4 down in the defensive front. The snap is good. Petrick lines up, throws over to the middle, and that is caught. And going nowhere after Luke Trudell comes up from the linebacking core and makes the hit right at the point of contact. Nice play there by the veteran linebacker for the Pipers. 3rd down and 2. Ball on the 28-yard line. Scott's moving right to left. Pipers trying to force a 3-and-out here with still some time before half. 3:09 in going before halftime. We'll see what they dial up here defensively. 3rd down for the Scots. Knee in motion. Petrick gets a snap, throws over the middle. There's Beatty. And Beatty gets his first reception of the night, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Straight across the middle he went to haul that one in. And it's 1st down and 10 for the Scots after that 3rd down pickup. Mentioned Alec Beatty. High praise from head coach Tony Jennison. In an interview earlier this year, he said arguably he could be the best player that Macalester has ever had. Knee moving left to right as he lines up wide right now. Bunch formation to the wide side. Petrick in the shotgun formation gets a snap, but we're going to get a false start, it looks like, on the offense. That is exactly what it will be. So a false start. Marching the Scots back here as the ball is spotted on the left hash mark at the 31-yard line. 1st down and 15. 14-7. The Pipers trail the Scots here. Pipers striking for a big touchdown pass and reception. Spriggs to Miller. Good enough for 6. Defense trying to hold the Scots pointless before we hit the halftime. Back to pass, throwing to the far side, and it's in and out of the intended receiver, Jonathan Knee. 83 in white, had wide open spaces. If he could have hauled that one in, it just went right off the hands of Jonathan Knee across the way on the 40-yard line. So after that miscue for the Scots, setting up now 2nd down and 15 as the Pipers will see what they can do. Perhaps some pressure being applied. Noah Jacobson and Luke Trudell, we've heard their names. We'll see who will step up big to force the Scots here on this 2nd down and 15. 4 down the defensive front. Petrick gets the snap. Whistles blow as the player coming untouched along the left side was Luke Trudell, but it's going to be a timeout called before the snap by the Scots. So 2nd down and 15. $1:47 to go before halftime here at Kloss Field. The battle for the paint bucket. Talked to you earlier about the 2017 matchup between these two teams, 23-14. The Scots coming away with that win. 2016, the Pipers won 21-7. 2015, the Pipers won 27-10. And in 2014, they defeated the Scots 23-13. So all in the 20s in wins for the Pipers. The last Macalester win, previous to 2017, you have to go back to 2013 when they won 7-0. 14-7 right now, $1:49 to go before half. Scots in front of the Pipers. Pipers defense looking good tonight, trying to come up big one more time before half. Petrick in the shotgun after the timeout. 2nd down and 15, ball at the 31-yard line, left hash. Gets a snap, drops back 5, steps up, the pressure comes, and down he goes. Who else? Luke Trudell with the pressure, the senior coming up and making the sack behind the line of scrimmage. And now it's 3rd down for the Scots after the sack of Cody Petrick. Boy, told you who was going to step up, and Luke Trudell took it upon himself last week. 6 total tackles with a sack. Has a sack again this week. He forced 2 forced fumbles last week. And get this, Last year in this matchup against Macalester, 15 total tackles for Luke Trudell, who makes his presence known with a big sack to force now 3rd down and 23 with $1:40 to go before halftime. 14-7 is our score. Scott's in front at the moment. But the defense for the Pipers tilting the field a little bit in the momentum category after a sack by Luke Trudell, forcing now the Scots to draw something up here for 3rd down and long. Ball at the 23-yard line. 14-7 is our score as the Scots come out of the timeout. 2 receivers near side, 2 far side. Petrick in the shotgun sends knee in motion from right to left. Scans the defense. Now gets a snap, drops back 5, pressure comes, steps up, lofts one far side and into double coverage. Wanted to get it to his star playmaker on the outside, Alec Beatty, but Adrian Krakalici was there in coverage along with a number of Pipers there. It was Krakalici and I want to say Jeremy Jorgensen, 16 for the Pipers. In that pursuit on Alec Beatty, double coverage. Petrick trying to fit it in. Overshot the wide receiver, 4th down and 23, and the Pipers will get the ball back with 1:39 to go before halftime as they trail the Scots here 14-7. Scots will punt it away here from right to left. Punter stands at the 10-yard line. Waiting back is going to be Tristan Thomas for the Pipers. He stands at the 45-yard line, just outside the HU paint at midfield. Left-footed punt is up and angled to the near side. Skips at the 45, across the 40, and it will tumble down inside Pipers territory and finally to a rest at the 21-yard line. So the Pipers, with 2 timeouts before half, $1:21 to go. They trail 14-7. We'll see what their offense can do after putting points up their last possession in a big way at that, with Matt Miller making a touchdown reception from the quarterback Justice Spriggs as they break out of the huddle here and jog to the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage is the 22-yard line officially. 1st down and 10. Pipers moving left to right. Spriggs in the shotgun. Miller to his right. 2 receivers near side. 2 split out wide to the left. Spriggs throws. There's a receiver caught at the 29-yard line. Angles out to the right hash and makes the catch just shy of the 1st down marker. It'll be 2nd down and short. The Pipers go up tempo here with 1:05 to go. Quick pass to the near side from Spriggs. There's Lunsford making the catch. Good enough for a 1st down that time, and it's 1st down and 10, keeping the sticks moving as we're now under a minute to go. Again, they have 2 timeouts before half. Spriggs gets the snap in the shotgun, steps up, throws to the near side, and has his man tiptoeing out of bounds. Tanner Lunsford with a nice grab on the near sideline. Gets his feet in bounds, stops the clock at 47.3 seconds across midfield at that. Lunsford, the sophomore out of Plymouth, Minnesota, last week 7 receptions, has had a couple big ones in this game thus far tonight against Macalester. He split out wide to the near side, 2 receivers near side, 2 split out wide to the left. Spriggs under pressure, and he will go down, spinning away. And getting dropped behind the line of scrimmage was the quarterback Justice Spriggs for a sack by the Macalester Scots, and the Pipers will have to use a timeout to stop the clock at 41.1 seconds before halftime. 14-7, the Pipers trail the Scots here, but have an opportunity to cut into that deficit here with some time remaining before half. Second down and 16 upcoming for the Pipers offense. So we've heard a lot of Tanner Lunsford, again the sophomore out of Plymouth, Minnesota. Brandon Miller getting a healthy diet of carries in the first half. Again, we'll have the halftime stats for you on the other side of the halftime break, but this game has been a good one, back and forth. Both offenses having productive week ones. The Scots getting a win. The Pipers offense looked good, but in a loss last week against Buena Vista. So they're trying to even things up here in 2018 and pick up the paint bucket in the process. 41.1 seconds to go before halftime. Second down and 16. Spriggs throws over the middle, and it's in and out of the hands. Dropped in the middle of the field by the running back, Brandon Miller, out of the backfield. Stops the clock at 36 seconds to go. Spriggs threw that one, looked like off his back foot as the pressure came from either side of the senior quarterback. Third down and 16. Pipers trying to punch one in before halftime here. Ball spotted at the 50-yard line, right at the HU logo. Gets a snap. Spriggs looks right, now dumps it off, and nobody home as they're trying to set up a screen pass. A couple of linemen were trying to get out in front to get some blocks going. But the ball falls to the turf incomplete, and it's fourth down. So the threat was there, but they will have to punt it away here at midfield. Jordan Dino, again the punter, waits back at the 35-yard line. They'll send it away from left to right. Lights have taken full effect here at Clausfield. A high snap goes over the head of Dino, bounces at the 20-yard line, and he'll scoop it up and try to make something happen, and he is dropped at the 10-yard line deep in their own territory, and that's where Macalester will have it. A high snap. Then Dino tried to gain some yards back, and then he was just swallowed up by the pursuit of the Scots. And they will have the football here with 27 seconds to go before half. In striking distance, already up 14-7. Scott's offense trots back out onto the field here. 27 seconds to go inside the red zone. Two receivers to the near side, two split out wide to the right. Steffen in the backfield behind Petrick. Surveying the defense, sends Rapport in motion from left to right, slings it to the end zone. Leaping catch is made by Alec Beatty in the near right corner of the end zone for a touchdown by the Scots. So the high snap leads to a touchdown for Macalester as they increase their lead here before halftime. It's 20-7 with the extra point pending for Macalester. To 7, the extra point up, and that splits the uprights and is good to make it 21-7 with 21.8 seconds to go before halftime. So the Pipers offense had the ball trying to strike before half. A high snap leads to field position for the Scots, and they punch it in with one play to increase their lead to 21-7 before halftime. So the Scots will send it away from right to left here as we look across Kloss Field. Again, glad you could join us here on the Pipers Broadcast Network. We'll broadcast all the home games this season for the Pipers, which won't be, we'll have this game here tonight, then 2 weeks off, and then we'll talk to you at 7 o'clock on the 29th of September when the Pipers will welcome in St. Olaf. This ball is kicked off from right to left, goes off the hands of Tristan Thomas, the return man down there, and he'll have to scoop it up and try to make something happen, and he goes for a short rush of 5 yards. And that's where the Pipers offense will take over at the 10-yard line. The offense will move from left to right here with 14.1 seconds remaining before halftime. Scots scored first. The Pipers answered after trailing 14-0. It looks like they'll just kneel things down and head into the halftime with the deficit at 21-7. So the Pipers offense will kneel things down, and we will head into the halftime break with the score at the half. Scots 21, the Pipers 7. As we'll take a break, we'll come back, recap the first half, and get you set for half number 2 between the Pipers and the Scots as you're tuned into the Pipers Broadcast Network. Welcome back inside Kloss Field. The two teams have taken the field to start the second half here. The warm-ups and stretching going on right now. And let's give you the halftime stats, as this one has been the Macalester Scots leading things in the score department, 21-7. Scoring summary: Jonathan Nee had a 3-yard run that made it 7-0, and then Jeremy Steffen had a 16-yard run, so it was 14-0. Then Hamline answered with a 57-yard pass from Justice Spriggs to Matt Miller. That made it 14-7. And then Alec Beatty, a 10-yard pass from Cody Petrick, and that made it 21-7 before halftime. And that's where we sit here as we are going to get the second half started. Total offense for Macalester, 31 plays, 146. Total yards for the Pipers, 30 plays, 159 yards, as they threw for 158 yards. The Pipers did, and they were 4 of 7 on third downs. 3 of 7 were the Scots on third down. A perfect 3 for 3, however, for the Scots in the red zone. So we are inching our way down towards the second half kick. The Pipers will get the ball again. It's the battle for the paint bucket. The Scots won the rivalry matchup a year ago by a final score of 23-14. The Pipers have won 3 of the 4 recent matchups in this all-time matchup. All-time meeting number 118 is happening right now between these two teams. So we're closing in on a minute to go right before the second half gets underway. Again, the Scots 21, the Pipers 7. Let's give you a scoreboard update on the other MIAC games that happened earlier today, as this one is the only night game on the schedule tonight. Augsburg and Concordia, Wisconsin got together earlier today, 27-24. Augsburg winning in that one. All these games, again, are final. Concordia Cobbers at Wisconsin Whitewater, 24-6. Wisconsin Whitewater prevails in that matchup. Stout and Gustavus got together, a 1-point win for Wisconsin Stout in overtime against Augustes earlier today. Luther went to St. Olaf. St. Olaf, a big home win, 34-29 in that matchup earlier on this afternoon. Wisconsin River Falls visited Bethel earlier today, 32-27 win for the Royals. And Lawrence went to Carleton, who lost last week to Macalester in a tough game on either side. So Carleton losing in week 1, bouncing back with a 44-23 win against Lawrence at home. So those are the scores in and around the MIAC conference as the second half will get underway. The Scots will kick from right to left, and the Pipers will receive moving left to right here, as Tristan Thomas will receive the kick as he squares things up, and he will signal for a fair catch, drop it, and then try to take off, but they will blow things dead here at the 6-yard line. He signaled for a fair catch and then dropped the kick and had to pick things up, but he had to stop his way. So he was at the 6-yard line, and now the officials will get together and try to sort things out here. Again, the officials, Christopher Rick is our referee with others, but the head man is Christopher Rick. So the stripes break the huddle here, get things figured out, and they will stick to the original call here. Ball spotted at the 6-yard line for the Pipers offense as they will trot out to the field for their first possession here in the third quarter. 21-7 they trailed things here. Deep in the shadow of their own goalpost. Spriggs and company break the huddle here. Man in motion. The give going around the right end is the running back Tristan Thomas, and he's loose. Thomas across the 30. Thomas all alone, being chased from behind across midfield. Thomas angling outside the 20, the 10. Thomas will walk into the end zone, shrugging off a defender for a touchdown. Boy, you talk about bouncing back after the failed fair catch, pinning the Pipers deep into their own territory. He takes it the distance for a touchdown. Boy, what a play. The Pipers will try to tack on the extra point here. Snap good, spot good, kick is up, and that is lined through. And it's 21-14, but boy, you talk about answering after the mistake of the fair catch, then the drop, coming back to go the distance of the field on a run, and he was being chased from behind about at the midfield marker. I mentioned that he was being chased from behind. He kind of angled his route. He was through the middle and then angled his route towards the near sideline. And then he shrugged off a man to get into the end zone for 6. So the Pipers score first here in the second half, and it's 21-14. And they will kick things away from left to right. But you talk about not having any momentum going into halftime, coming out of halftime, there's your momentum for the Pipers at home. They still trail, though, 21-14, but it's a lot better trailing 21-14 rather than seeing what would happen if they had to be pushed back even further into their own territory after that miscue. But they make up for it, and they get the score to make it 21-14, and they will send it away from left to right to the Macalester Scots, awaiting their first possession of the third quarter. The approach, the kick from left to right is angled to the far sideline, skips at the 20, and that will hop out of bounds in front of the return man, Jonathan Nee, as the Scots will have good field position for their opening drive here in quarter number 3. We'll take a quick break, but the Pipers strike first with a big run, a big touchdown run by the Pipers offense, and Tristan Thomas the answer here in the third quarter to make it 21-14. Scots in front, they get the ball, and we'll come back to Kloss Field next right here on the Pipers Broadcast Network. After the kick out of bounds, the Scots will open things up here. Ball at the 35-yard line, moving right to left. Pipers answering big with that touchdown run. 21-14 is our score as Cody Petrick lines up in the shotgun. Stefan to his left, bunch formation to the far side. Some pressure on the defensive front for the Pipers here as they have 4 down on the defensive line. High snap handled nicely by Petrick. He has to try to make something happen, and he will take the high snap and lunge forward for a gain of 1 to 2 yards on that play. But it was a high snap, so the play was mishandled by Macalester. So with that, it's second down and 9 now for the Scots offense, moving right to left. Just underway here in the third quarter, Scots and the Pipers here in the battle for the paint bucket. Pipers trying to reclaim possession of the paint bucket, losing last year 23-14. Petrick back to pass as time, pass is deflected, and it falls short. in front of the intended receiver, Jack Strabick, the intended receiver on the far side. Had to come back to the ball after that one was deflected at the line of scrimmage. Could not see who had a hand on that, but the pass was definitely deflected, causing Strabick to try to come back towards the football, and it falls in front of him. And it's now 3rd down and 9 for the Scots. Again, in that first half, they were 3 of 7 on 3rd down. Man in motion from left to right. Check that. Petrick, the quarterback, gets a snap. Looking right all the way. Throws low. Down on 2 knees, making a chest-high catch at the 41-yard line. Reese Breeson hauls in the catch to make it 4th down and 3. Here with 13:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. 21-14 is our score from Kloss Field. Glad you could join us here on the Pipers Broadcast Network. 4th down and 3. The Scots will punt it away. The return man for the Pipers trying to get a number for you as the punt is sent away. Wobbly kick. Bounces at the 30-yard line. Checks up at the 20 and then rolls out of bounds at the 12-yard line, we'll call it. And that's where the Pipers offense will come back out onto the field after scoring to open up the 3rd quarter to make it 21-14. We'll see what they have in store next as you're tuned in to Pipers football, the Pipers Broadcast Network. All right, here we go now. The Pipers have the ball, trailing 21-14, 1st down and 10. They move left to right. Spriggs in the shotgun. Sends a man in motion from left to right. The fake to him. Pressure comes up, and the ball is free on the turf, and it looks like Macalester has it. Spriggs tried to avoid the rush. The ball was swatted out of his hand, fell to the turf. It looked like 3 guys in white pounced on the football, and they'll have it. So the turnover after the fumble, the 2nd fumble by Spriggs here tonight, causing the defense for the Pipers to come back out onto the field. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Scots, deep inside the Pipers' territory from right to left. It looked like he wanted to make his way around Harrison Runnels, 92 in white, and perhaps him or another Macalester defensive player just swatted it out of the hands of Spriggs. And they recover it here, and with 12:56 to go in the 3rd quarter, they'll have the ball 1st and 10. Snap goes back to Petrick. The fake run, the toss here on the left side to Alec Beatty. Beatty tiptoeing the sideline, crosses the 10-yard line and is angled out around the 7-yard line. Check that, the 9-yard line, to make it now 2nd down and short for the Scots offense to work with here. But boy, right when you think you have the momentum in your hands, setting up an offensive drive to try to cut into this deficit, you turn it over and set the other team up in striking distance. 13 to go on the play clock. Man in motion from right to left. Petrick, the quarterback, surveying the defense, has Steffen lined up right behind him. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 split out to the near side. Pass goes back left corner of the end zone, knee there, and there's going to be a penalty on the play. Boy, I think it was a good defensive play there in the back near left corner of the end zone by one of the defensive backs for the Pipers. I think Nee sold that one to get the foul. Jonathan Nee, the wide receiver, 5'10", out of Linfield, Massachusetts. Drew that penalty. So the Scots will now have it on the doorstep of the Pipers after that penalty, but the pass was high into the outside for Jonathan Nee, and he was in a battle with the defensive back, and I think Nee sold that penalty. But so after the penalty yardage is marked off, they have it first down and goal, ball on the 2-yard line. 3 receivers to the near side. Stephen in the backfield, one split out wide to the right. Pumps, throws to the end zone. It's caught, and they will score a touchdown. Hauling it in across the middle, Trummel. Check that, Reese Breeson will haul in the catch for the touchdown. So the Scots increase their lead now 27-14 with 12:07 to go. The extra point pending for the Scots, but again, I don't think that should have been called a penalty because they're fighting for position, yes, as the extra point is up and good, but the ball was, I don't want to say uncatchable, but Jonathan Nee kind of threw up his arms as they were in a positioning, jockeying for positioning, and the officials threw the penalty marker. So with 12:07 to go in the third quarter, the Scots strike again for a touchdown, and they increase their lead now to 27-14. We'll take a break with 12:07 to go in the third quarter. Pipers trail the Scots 27-14 here on the Pipers Broadcast Network. Scots will kick it away from right to left here. Waiting back deep, Tristan Thomas. Kick is lined up right to him, and he'll watch it go over his head and skip into the end zone for a touchback. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line for the Pipers offense to work here. Again, last year, the Pipers finished 2-8, 1-7 in conference play. Their only conference win on the 30th against Carleton on September 30th. Against Carleton, that was a 39-19 victory for the Pipers. So they're trying to improve upon their record, but also their home record. Trying to run out a product here at Kloss Field, try to create a home environment. They had it a few years ago, trying to get it back. Pressure comes from Spriggs. He pumps, hauls it down, and now will sprint away from pressure and slide safely down for a pickup of 3 to 4 yards on that first down play. He wanted to go to the near side with the pass and then had to pump and then reset his feet, and he elected to sprint out of the pack with the football to make it 2nd down and 8, so a short pickup on that first down play for the Pipers. We'll see what they can do here on 2nd down and 8. Spriggs in the shotgun again, 2 receivers near side, 2 to the far side. The fake to the running back, Miller. Spriggs follows him into the hole, and he is stacked up on the line of scrimmage. And some Macalester defensive players are pointing like they have the football, but the officials will spot things down here to create a 3rd down and 9 upcoming for the Pipers offense. Third down and 9. Under 11 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ball at the 26-yard line. Pipers moving left to right. Spriggs in the shotgun, claps his hands, gets the snap, pressure comes, a screen pass being set up, has Miller at the 30-yard line. Miller angling his way across the 35-yard line, close to the sticks. We'll see what they give him in a spot. But as of now, as I look across, it looks like he has enough for a first down. And yes, they will move the first down sticks. For a first down, the Pipers went with a screen pass. As Spriggs dropped back, he was trying to buy some time for his running back Miller to work with. Did just that, floated it over the oncoming Macalester defensive players, and picking up a first down are the Pipers. Pressure comes from the backside of Spriggs here as his throw goes incomplete, skipping across the HU logo at midfield on that first down attempt in the air. As we have a whistle, and it looks like Macalester player is down and slow to get up, and they will have their trainer go out. Looks like, I want to say 58. Jared Brogny is the injured Macalester player. On his back right now at the 29-yard line being attended to. So we'll take a break. We hope that he is okay. We'll take a break right now. The Pipers will have a second down upcoming. They trail things 27-14. An injured player on the field for Macalester. We'll take a quick timeout as it looks like he's sitting up and getting more attention. So we'll pause and come back. The Pipers trail the Scots here in the battle for the paint bucket at Kloss Field with 10:14 to go in the third quarter. Scots 27, the Pipers 14. Well, the good news is the injured player will make his way across the sideline to Macalester bench where he'll get evaluated over there, but good to see him pop up and be helped off on the field. So here we go now, second down and 10. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line, 27-14. Pipers trail the Scots. Pipers offense breaking the huddle here. Two receivers to the near side, two split out wide left to the far side. Spriggs in the shotgun has Miller to his left. Spriggs claps his hands, gets the snap, drops back three. Ball deflected over the middle as he let that one go, trying to find Miller across the middle. Had Miller at the 40-yard line, but I think Miller had to change his direction on that one because he got partially tipped at the line of scrimmage. So after that incomplete pass, now it's third down and 10 for the Pipers here. Again, in that first half, they were 4 of 7 in these situations. We'll see if they can convert here. It would be a big conversion because not only it would keep their drive alive, but it would get out of their own territory almost. They're stuck deep at the 35-yard line in their own territory. Pumps. Spriggs will go down as he's wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Avoided the first oncoming Macalester player, but then he was bottled up, being ripped down by the second wave of defense coming in for a sack and a missed opportunity on third down. So the punt will happen for the Pipers. Fourth down and 17 as they send out the punting unit. Pipers will send the punt away. Again, Dino, the punter, gets it away this time. A high punt. The Scots will elect to let it roll as it hits at midfield and then is stopped at the 49-yard line inside Hamline territory. And we get a flag on the play after the whistle. So we'll sort that out. As we sit here with 9:23 to go in the third quarter, Scots 27, Pipers 14. It's going to be in a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Pipers. So they will tack on even more yards as that punt was a short one off the right foot of Jordan Dino. So they will march it now at the 39-yard line. checked at the 34-yard line. 34-yard line, first down and 10 for the Scots after the unsportsmanlike penalty for the Pipers. First down and 10. Pipers defense trying to come up big here in this defensive possession as the Scots have all the momentum here offensively. 9:23 to go in the third quarter. Petrick in the shotgun. Claps his hands, gets the snap, throws one out. That's caught. That's Jonathan Nee. Nee accelerates across the line of scrimmage. Nee is loose, and he's still on his feet, crossing the 20, inside the 15, and finally stopped at the 10-yard line. But, boy, he made a couple of tacklers miss, and he makes it now first down and goal. Ball at the 9-yard line. Jonathan Nee, who caught a 3-yard run for the first score of the game, back at the 13:22 mark in the second quarter to make it 7-0. Then Jeremy Stefan with a 16-yard plunging run to make it 14-0. The Pipers answered with a 57-yard pass and catch. Spriggs to Miller to make it 14-7. Then Alec Beatty, as this play is going to be swallowed up by the Pipers. As Luke Trudell gets his name called on that defensive stop for the Pipers. But it was 21-7 going into halftime, and then the big play by Tristan Thomas. The first offensive play of the third quarter for the Pipers cut their deficit, cut the Scots deficit to a touchdown, but then the Scots answering to make it 27-14, and they are at the 14-yard line here, second down and goal. Petrick, the quarterback, gets a snap, drops back, looking right, throws a line drive pass that's caught knee-high across the way, and that is caught by number 11, Jack Strybick, the receiver for the Scots, hauling that pass in last week. 6 receptions for Jack. 50 yards and a touchdown for the senior. His targets have increased every year. So his production for the Scots in the wide receiving group has improved every single year that he has been on campus. Third down and 12. Back to pass. Ball is deflected, and it is picked off. It is picked off in the end zone by the Pipers. The ball was deflected and then hauled in by the Pipers in the end zone for a touchback. Boy. A Pipers defense, again, you're talking about momentum and not allowing this one to get out of hand, but a big play there by the Pipers defense, get hands up in the throwing lanes. That's exactly what they did, and they forced the interception after the deflected ball, and it'll be first down and 10, ball at the 20-yard line as the Pipers offense will move left to right. Spriggs in the shotgun here with 6:55 to go in the third quarter, directing some last-minute instructions to his running back, Brandon Miller. Gets the snap, steps up, looking left, shrugs his shoulder, throws to the left. A nice catch is made on the left hash mark, hauled in at the 44-yard line. Good enough for a first down. I believe that was Matt Miller on the reception. Now they're trying to go up tempo here. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Single back is Miller. This time he lines up on the quarterback's right side. First down and 10, ball at the 44-yard line. Spriggs now directs him to the left side, and that is actually Xander Payne. Spriggs back to pass, gets his snap, steps up. Now he'll run it. Angling out of the far side is Justice Spriggs for a gain of maybe 2 to 3 yards on that play. He was looking downfield, nothing happening downfield, so he just elected to tuck it and run, trying to pick up some yards. And that is exactly what he did there to make it now a 2nd down and 7. These are the opportunities that you don't want to see your offense go backwards. You want to see them go forwards, and they're trying to put some points on the board, either a touchdown or a field goal, something like that. Put some pressure on the Macalester defense. Handoff goes to Tristan Thomas. Thomas around the right end, stiff arms a man at the 50. Inside the 50-yard line goes Tristan Thomas, and he is knocked out of bounds inside Scott territory at the 43-yard line. Another 1st down for the Pipers. Impact player tonight, Tristan Thomas. 1st down and 10. Ball at the 43-yard line officially. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Single back is Payne. Off to the quarterback's right. Pressure comes, looking downfield, and Spriggs is going to be sacked behind the line of scrimmage. Harrison Runnels on the defensive front, 92 in white, gets the sack. And we talked about it earlier. The offensive line gave up 5 sacks last week. Scott's getting a big sack here, and now it's 2nd down and 15 for the Pipers offense. We'll see who Spriggs will go to. Claps his hands, gets the snap, drops back, floats one off to the left. Xander Payne is the man who falls forward head first to haul that one in on that 2nd down play. But he gains minimal yardage to make it now 2nd down and 15 for the Pipers. Battle for the paint bucket. Week 2 of the season. First home game for the Pipers here. Pipers trying to reclaim the paint bucket after Macalester defeated the Pipers 23-14 last year. 3rd down and 15. Hamline's offense trying to keep their drive going. 27-14, they trail it. Pressure comes. Spriggs eludes the rush, loops one over, and that is going to be, it's going to be intercepted by the Scots. Spriggs moved to his left, pumped once, and then tried to float it over the defender. But the Scots jump up and pick it off, and they create another turnover. And they'll have the ball 1st down and 10 with the Pipers offense again having their drive being stalled out either by a turnover or not getting a 1st down. So the defense back onto the field. They created an interception last time they were back out onto the field here. 27-14. Scots with the football. Moving right to left. Petrick fakes it, now throws it, and it's almost intercepted by the Pipers. Boy, Adrian Krakalici stepped up from his defensive positioning there, read things all the way, and nearly had an interception, and if he would have stayed on his feet, he would have had 6 wide open spaces in front of him. But it sets up now 2nd down and 10 with the ball at the 25-yard line for the Scots as they break the huddle here. Again, their senior quarterback, Cody Petrick, in the shotgun. Both these teams use the shotgun a lot. You don't see a lot of under center plays happening as this give is to Rapport. Rapport crosses the line of scrimmage, gets to the 30-yard line, but is stacked up on the left hash mark. And the Scots will now have a 3rd down play upcoming. 3rd down and 5. Clock ticks under 3:30 to go in this 3rd quarter. After the run by Rapport, the junior 5'8" out of Omaha, Nebraska. Only played in 3 games last year, or 3 games the last 2 years, so not a lot of action for the running back, but we've seen him get his name called here for the Macalester Scots tonight. 3rd down and 5. Big play defensively for the Pipers. Let's see if they can cause a turnover. Pressure comes. Petrick's throw looked like it was short across the way. They spot it down at the sticks, but a flag was thrown as Petrick was being flushed out to the right, threw one that was low and off target to Alec Beatty. But the official spots it at the sticks, so we'll get the penalty sorted out, but I believe that ball skipped. A legal block below the waist by the Scots, so that will back them up. So it really doesn't matter if that was complete or not, but if there's no penalty on the play, and where that official was marking the sticks or marking that play, it would have been close to a 1st down, and it looked like the ball skipped. Nevertheless, the penalty on the Scots will march it back deep in their own territory at the 15-yard line. Their offense will dial up a 3rd down and 20. Upcoming, under 3 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. Petrick, the quarterback, scanning the defense. 4 down in the defensive front for the Pipers. Petrick, with 3 to go on the play clock, gets a snap, steps up, having to be flushed, maneuvering around the pocket, and he is going to be swallowed up by Luke Trudell and company. And they will cause the Macalester Scots to send out the punting unit here on 4th down and 20. So again, the Pipers defense comes to the aid after the offense. Can't get a drive going after the interception by the Scots. So with under 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter, 27-14, Pipers will get good field position after the punt. Punter standing at the 1-yard line down to the right end of the Kloss field as we look at it. Punt is away, signaling a fair catch is going to be hauled in at the 45-yard line right across the way by Harrison Jones, and that's where the Pipers offense will have the football. When we come back here in the Pipers Broadcast Network, the Pipers will try to cut into the 27-14 deficit as they trail it here in the battle for the paint bucket against the Macalester Scots. First down and 10, ball at the 44-yard line. We'll see if Justice Spriggs has some late magic here. In the home opener, Spriggs sets up a screen pass to his running back. That's Brandon Miller. Miller puts his foot at the ground, runs up the left hash mark close to the 45-yard line, and he's tackled at the 44-yard line. So a gain of nothing on the play. 2nd down and 10. Pipers trying to get that screen pass developed here offensively as we approach $1:10 to go in the 3rd quarter. As whistles blow and penalty markers fly, and it's going to be off false start rather on the Pipers. So that will march the ball back inside their own territory as it's being spotted on the left hash mark at the 39-yard line. The Pipers moving left to right. Pipers, their last win, or check that, as this one is handed off up the middle. And we go under a minute to go in the 3rd quarter as the 2nd down run goes for nothing. And actually a loss on the play, so check that. No, it's going to be now 3rd down and 15. Under a minute to go, 3rd down and 18 officially, rather. But the Pipers again went 1-3 at home last year. Last win at Kloss Field was on the 30th against Carleton. Again, that 51-7 win for the Pipers. 3rd down and 18. Spriggs being flushed out to the near side, trying to direct some traffic to go deep, and he runs out of bounds, but he is leveled as he gets on to the sideline. He was definitely trying to get out of bounds, and number 28, Dean Smith, just ran into him, causing a penalty marker to fly, and it's going to give the Pipers one more shot here in the third quarter, and that's good enough for a first down. So the play was definitely going out of bounds. Spriggs giving himself up because he didn't have any options to go downfield, and Dean Smith causes the Pipers to get a first down. Ball inside Macalester territory, and that will be the end of the third quarter, but they will have first down and 10 at the 43-yard line when we come back. 27-14. The Pipers trail it, but their offense after the penalty by the Scots will have a second life. We'll see if they can do anything with it when we come back here in the Pipers Broadcast Network. Dom DeAndrea back here at Claus Field as the Pipers offense will flip sides offensively. Now we'll move right to left as we look across Claus Field. Ball at the 43-yard line. Spriggs and their offense of units still out onto the field after that misplay by the Macalester Scots to lead to a late hit out of bounds to extend the drive for the Pipers. Spriggs on that first down play rolled to the right, had nothing downfield, elected to duck out of bounds for a gain of 2 on the play. So now a second down upcoming for the Pipers offense. Again, Spriggs, the senior quarterback out of St. Anthony, Minnesota. Last week threw for 326 yards. And the loss against Buena Vista. Pipers trying to come back in this one. They trail the Scots 27-14. Spriggs lines up in the shotgun here. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Gets the snap, a low snap, pumps once, and he will go down behind the line of scrimmage for a sack. So the Scots defense causing pressure up the middle. Spriggs tried to get around it, but he just got swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. So now third down and 13 upcoming for the Pipers offense. Ball spotted at the H at midfield. Midfield logo straight away as we are just underway here in the fourth quarter. 3 receivers to the near side and 1 to the far side. Spriggs gets the snap. Pressure comes up, eludes it. Flushed out to the left, throws it off balance, has a man. There he is. Touchdown, Pipers. What a throw. What a catch. And the Pipers score. And they're down 7. 27-20 is our score. But that play was made by number 7 on the Pipers. And that's Justice Spriggs as Tristan Thomas hauls in the pass. And the Pipers are not done yet here as they start the fourth quarter. The extra point is blocked. Scooping it up is Macalester. Macalester has a man streaking down the left sideline at the 30, at the 20, and he stopped, and he will angle himself into the end zone for a score. So the extra point was blocked by Macalester. No flags on the field. And again, just when you think the Pipers' offense and really team has the momentum, Macalester blocks the extra point, scoops it up, and picks up the two-point conversion. And it's 29-20. Macalester here with 13:27 to go in the fourth quarter. Boy, you do not want to go anywhere for the final 13:27 in this one because we've seen everything. Excellent passing catch between Spriggs and Thomas for 6. Then the extra point is blocked, resulting in a two-point conversion for the Scots. And they lead at 29-20 with 13:27 to go. But you have to give credit on that touchdown pass to number 7. Justice Spriggs, he was flushed out to the near side. Off-balance throw on the money to a wide-open receiver, Tristan Thomas, and he walked into the end zone for 6. So the Pipers will send it away to Macalester from right to left with 13:27 to go. The approach, a short kick, hits the 30-yard line, scooped up by Jonathan Nee for the Scots, and he angles himself out into the middle of the field and is finally tackled at the 40-yard line. With 13:20 to go in the fourth quarter, Scots 29, Pipers 20. We'll come back in a moment as you're listening to Pipers Football right here on the Pipers Broadcast Network. First down and 10 for the Scots. The fake give to Rapport. Petrick will hurdle a man on the far sideline, and he will go up the far left sideline and pick up a first down with his legs. The quarterback for the Scots, Cody Petrick, the senior again, 6'3" out of Lansing, Illinois. Used his legs that time to pick up the first down as the ball crosses into Piper's territory, as they will spot it at the 48-yard line. First down and 10. The Scots moving left to right. But this game has seen almost everything that you can imagine in this home opener for the Pipers. 12:46 to go and running in the fourth quarter. The give this time to a stumbling Jeremy Steffen, the senior running back out of Duluth. But he was stumbling as he received that handoff, and he picked up only a yard. Second down and 9, 29-20, the Scots in front here as we have started the fourth quarter in the battle for the paint bucket. The Scots, if you're the Scots, you just want to milk the rest of the clock out. But if you're the Pipers, you want to see your defense cause some havoc and get your offense back out onto the field. Petrick gets the snap. The handoff goes up the middle to Jeremy Steffen, who again is off balance, but this time he puts his hand on the ground and lunges forward for a positive gain. And that will now make it third down. Third down and 4, ball at the 42-yard line. Clock is stopped for the moment, and now ticks back starting. So we're under 12 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. The Scots come back with 2 receivers to the near side, 2 now to the far side. Single back is Steffen right behind Petrick, the quarterback. A long time here trying to milk the clock down. The play clock goes to 1. The handoff goes up the middle.
a host of tacklers there for the Pipers, and they are signaling that it's 4th down, and that will be the call here. 4th down after Luke Trudell and 3 to 4 Pipers were there to gang tackle Jeremy Steffen to cause 4th down and 2 for the Scots. With the ball staying in bounds, the clock continues to roll down here. We're at 10:40 to go. A 9-point advantage for the Scots here with 4th down and 2 at the 40-yard line with the punt happening left to right. And they're going to say that he signaled for a fair catch at the 10-yard line. So the Pipers will have a 1st down and 10 as Harrison Jones hauls in the fair catch. And the Pipers offense will take the field again after scoring and then having their extra point blocked and scooped up and scored for the 2-point conversion for Macalester to make it 29-20. We'll see if the Pipers offense has some magic left in them here tonight as they get their drive started. Ball spotted at the 10-yard line, moving right to left. Spriggs in the shotgun. Claps his hands, gets the snap, drops back, floats one out to the right. That's caught by his running back. Miller spins off the initial tackler, and then the second wave gets him for a gain of 2 to 3 yards on the play out of the right flat for this Piper offense. 10 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, 29-20. Pipers trail it. Spriggs, big 57-yard touchdown as this one goes over the middle. That's complete as Spriggs hits his man. That is Kyle L., the junior out of Tucson, Arizona. 2 receptions last week. Picks up a 1st down, so it's 1st down for the Pipers as the clock continues to wind down in the 4th quarter. As Spriggs gets a snap. Looking right, now steps up, throwing left. Now will sprint away from a tackler at the 30, and he runs out of bounds, untouched, at the 31-yard line. So clock stops with him going out of bounds. Setting up now 2nd down and 10. Check that 2nd down, and we'll see where they mark it. About 6. We'll see what the official scoreboard says. Yep, 2nd down and 6. In a 9-point game. Pipers trail it 29-20. Under 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Spriggs and the Pipers trying to come back. Fake the toss. Spriggs will keep it, running up the left hash mark and angling himself at the middle of the field after lowering his shoulder at the 35-yard line. And that's good enough for a 1st down. So even though that it didn't look or sound like a positive play for the Pipers, that's good enough for a 1st down, and it moves the sticks, and new players will shuffle in and out for the Pipers offense. But we've been waiting for their offense to get something going here. Perhaps in the late stages of this 4th quarter, they can do so. Spriggs, with loads of time, fires it to the near side, hits his man at the 40, and going out of bounds was number 8 for the Pipers. That is Tanner Lunsford. $7:40 to go. 4th quarter. 2nd down and 4. Ball at the 42-yard line. Spriggs back to pass. Completes to Lunsford again. Moves up the field across the 50 and inside Scott's territory as he is brought down for a 1st down, though. He picks up a 1st down and keeps the Pipers drive going with under 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Again, Pipers trail it 29-20 with the time ticking down here for the Pipers at Kloss Field in their home opener. Spriggs in the shotgun, one receiver near side, three to the far side, gets the snap, drops back, pressure comes, has to step up, throws it across the middle, he finds his man, and being tackled at the 40-yard line, being flipped over, 86 for the Pipers. Wolfgang Wecker hauls in that pass. And now, looks like an injured Scots player is out onto the field, being attended to at the Hamline logo at midfield. So it will pause as he will hobble his way off the field. 69 for the Scots, and that is John Newton, making his way slowly to the far sideline. We'll take a quick break, come back for the second down play for the Hamline Pipers offense as they trail the Scots 29-20 here in the battle for the paint bucket as you're listening to Pipers football on the Pipers Broadcast Network. All right, here we go. Second down and 3. Back are the Pipers on offense. Ball at the 40-yard line, right across the middle of the field. They will go from right to left. Low snap handled by Spriggs. Steps up in the pocket, has time, floats it down the middle, had a man, but it overshot the intended receiver straight away. That was Matt Miller. Streaking on a post up the middle of the field, and it just goes out of his outstretched hand for an incomplete pass to make it third down. Oh, now they're going to say a penalty. So a flag was thrown, and now it's second down and 13 with 6:27 to go in the fourth quarter. Pipers need to score, and they need to score fast because they're not just down by a touchdown. They're down 9 points here with 6:27 to go in the fourth quarter. One receiver to the near side, three split out wide to the right. The pass is going to be tipped at the line of scrimmage, and it falls incomplete. Boy, that one could have been dangerous as that was tipped at the line of scrimmage and then fell through the intended receiver's fingers. Here with 6:23 to go in the fourth quarter. Third down and 13 now. Ball at the midfield stripe. Scots 29, Pipers 20. Again, these two teams battling for the paint bucket. The Scots winning last season 23-14. This one coming down to the wire. A 9-point lead right now for the Scots. The Pipers threatening as Spriggs is hit as he let that one go, and it's going to be ruled an incomplete. But boy, he was hit hard right up the middle by an oncoming defensive player for Macalester, and it will set up fourth down. But a player is down and injured, and it's a Macalester player. And he is at the 35-yard line, trying to get a number 42. Dane Koo Blake is the injured player. So Blake is the injured player for Macalester, and we will take a quick break here on the Pipers Broadcast Network. We hope that he is okay. Pipers trail the Scots 29-20 with fourth down and 13 upcoming with 6:19 to go in the fourth quarter. We're tuned into Hamline Pipers football on the Pipers Broadcast Network. good to see Blake go off okay for the Scots. And the Pipers will send it away via the punt to Macalester. Dino will put his foot into it. This one's a high punt, fielded at the 21-yard line. And that is hauled in for a fair catch. And with 6:12 to go, the Scots back on offense. They are leading things tonight by a score of 29-20 as you're tuned in to Pipers football here on the Hamline Pipers Broadcast Network. Pipers defense needs to come up big here, 3-and-out, force the Scots to go 3-and-out to have some time left here in the fourth quarter. The Scots trying just to milk this clock down and pick up a win, but Pipers defense trying to cause a turnover. The first down run goes up the middle for the Scots, crossing the 25-yard line and getting out to the 27-yard line under 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Again, the Scots leading 29-20 in the home opener for the Pipers. Next week, they will head to St. Thomas and then Concordia before coming home on the 29th to face St. Olaf at 7 o'clock. This one's not done yet. 5:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Scots with the football, moving left to right. Petrick with the snap, the fake, the give, throwing over the middle, and it's caught at the 45-yard line. It is caught by the Scots, and they keep the ball in bounds to keep the clock winding once the sticks are set. So they keep the clock winding down here as we approach the 5-minute mark in this fourth quarter. That's exactly what you want to do if you're on the Macalester sideline. Say to these guys, don't go out of bounds. Keep your feet in bounds to let the clock bleed down, and they'll come out across field winners. But if you're the Pipers defense, you're just trying to come up with one more big turnover to try to give your offense a shot to try to make this one interesting. As the pass is completed, hitting his man is the quarterback, Cody Petrick, here on the near side, intended for Jack Strabick. And Strabick hauls it in, and he picks up a first down. So back-to-back first downs for the Scots via the air in this one as the clock continues to melt down under 4:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Next week for the Macalester football team, they'll have next week off before they go to Monmouth to play them on the 22nd of September. The give goes right side, being stacked up at the line of scrimmage by the Pipers. Zach Reed on the tackle for the Pipers. Good job by Zach Reed to come up from the defensive line spot to make the play to force now second down and 11. But again, staying in bounds. Clock continues to melt down as we are approaching the 3:40 marker here in the fourth quarter. Macalester scored first to make it 7-0, and then they went on up 14-0. Pipers came back 14-7, and then the Scots answered with another touchdown to make it 21-7 as this pass is complete. Here on the near side, staying in bounds is Alec Beatty. Beatty maneuvers his way inside Piper territory at the 33-yard line to make it third down and short, upcoming at the 3-minute mark. And the Pipers, the start of the third quarter, had a 93-yard run by Tristan Thomas to make it 21-14. But then the Scots answered back with a 2-yard pass from Petrick to Reese Breeson, 27-14. Then the 2-point conversion the conversion as Flags fly on the play with 2:36 to go in the fourth quarter, and it looks like it's going to be on the Scots. Well, the Pipers, after tonight, I mentioned they will head to St. Thomas to play on the road next week. The Tommies played last week in a non-conference game. They will have a week off, or they had a week off this week to prep themselves for the matchup between the Pipers and the Tommies next week at O'Shaughnessy Stadium. So for the Pipers, 2:36 to go in this fourth quarter. The defense trying to come up with something here to get the ball back in the hands of the offense. Jonathan Nee in motion. Fake the handoff to him, and then a quick pitch to Jack Strabick in the middle of things. A little trickeration for the Scots as the Pipers will elect to use a timeout here with 2:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Pipers trailing at 29-20 with 2:30 remaining in the fourth quarter. Well, Pipers, again, this is a non-conference game, but you want to win a trophy game. You want to come out and play well against a rival. This game has been good for Macalester and at times good for the Pipers, but they're just waiting for that extra punch, extra momentum swing. They had the momentum a couple of times, but then they handed it right back to Macalester. Still early in the season, clean things up. We'll see what they can do here. 4th down and 5, 2:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Scots with the football, lining up in the punt formation. Harrison Jones awaiting at the 10-yard line down to our right to hopefully haul in the punt. Six on the play clock as the punt is sent away straight away. Harrison Jones will watch it bounce into the end zone, and it will be a touchback, and the Pipers will have it 1st down and 10 at the 25-yard line when we come back here on the Pipers Broadcast Network. All right, we'll see what the Pipers offense has in store. Again, they trail by 9, but they have the football here with 2:23 to go. They need to eat up some yards quick. 2 timeouts remaining for the Pipers. 1st down and 10. Ball at the 20-yard line as we look down to our right. Spriggs with the snap. Back to pass throws, and that's caught. Tanner Lunsford with the caught. With 2:18 to go as the clock is stopped as he ran out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and then it will get back going once the chains are set. 1st down and 10. Trying to come back in this one. They trail by 9. Spriggs back to pass. Now takes off across the 40, slides safely. Feet first at the 41-yard line. Close to the 1st down. Up-tempo here, we see the Pipers offense go. Spriggs gets the snap again. Flushed out to the left, throws a wobbly pass to the near side, and Lunsford was not looking for that comeback route as the ball falls incomplete to make it now 3rd down and 2. Third down and 2 for the Pipers offense at the 39-yard line in their own territory. Right to left they move. 1:41 to go in the fourth quarter. Spriggs back to pass, dumps it off across the middle. That's caught at the 45-yard line. Good enough for first down. Clock stops for the moment, but will get back going once the chains are set. So they hustle up to the line of scrimmage with 2 timeouts and trailing by 9. Spriggs gets the snap here on first down and 10. Flushed out of the pocket. Will just release it into his own bench to avoid being sacked here on that first down play. (29-20). Pipers trail it. Second down and 10 at the 46-yard line. Right to left they go. Low snap handled by Spriggs, and he will be sacked behind the line of scrimmage. Spriggs gets sacked as he tried to step up into the pocket and release it downfield. And the Pipers are forced to burn a timeout. They'll have 1 timeout remaining here with a $1:17 to go in this game. So we'll see what the offense dials up here on third down and 13. Again, they trail by 9, so it's not like they're going down to the wire to try to score a tying touchdown, but you never know what happens. I mean, we've seen things tonight that just is weird to see, unusual to see in the opening couple games in the season. So you're never done until that clock hits 000. 29-20. Pipers trail in the battle for the paint bucket. The Scots right now trying to salt this one away and pick up the win and make it 2 straight in this rivalry game. Out of the timeout, the Pipers have 1 timeout remaining. Third down and 13. The snap back to Spriggs. Fires to the near side. That's caught by Harrison Jones. Jones across the 50-yard line. And Jones goes into Macalester territory as the ball is spotted at the 42-yard line. Pick up a first down. Move the sticks. The clock winds. The offense is set. The snap goes back to Spriggs. Spriggs steps up in the pocket. Will have to avoid a rush. And he gets away from one man, but then is finally tracked down from behind by one of the defensive players for Macalester, setting up now third down with 59.1 seconds to go. Check that, setting up second down with 59.1 seconds to go. And the Pipers had to use their final timeout, so they have no timeouts to work with here with 59.1 seconds to go, down by 9. I say congratulations to the St. Paul Saints as they have won the divisional matchup. As most of you listeners might remember, one of my partners that I work with here on the football side of things, and really basketball, and for the past 4 or 5 seasons, Sean Aronson is the play-by-play voice for the St. Paul Saints. They won their divisional matchup against the Gary South Shore Railcats tonight, and they will move on into the championship series. So the Saints moving on. The Pipers trying to score here with 59.1 seconds to go, trailing by 9. Second down and 4 out of the timeout. Spriggs looks over the defense, gets the snap out of the shotgun, looks left, fires left. Jones is there, spinning off a couple of tackles, and goes into Macalester territory as the clock is stopped, and then we'll get going again once the chains are set. Spriggs looking to Jones again, fires this time to the left. Being hit immediately was Tanner Lunsford after he hauls in the catch. 36 seconds to go. Pipers offense trying to make something happen late here at Kloss Field. Spriggs being flushed out of the pocket. Spriggs moving up the field, and he is going to be out of bounds with 27 seconds to go. That's the one thing you don't want the plays to take a long time because the clock is ticking down. You don't have any timeouts. So you want to either get out of bounds or throw an incomplete pass or spike the ball. As Macalester looks like we'll use a timeout here with 27.4 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. It's been an interesting one all night. The Pipers and the Scots here tonight at Kloss Field. Again, this is the first home game for the Pipers. September 29th, St. Olaf comes to town to face off against the Pipers. 7 o'clock is that matchup. Then the 13th of October, Gustavus. Then back-to-back weeks, Gustavus and Bethel invade Kloss Field. And then they finish up the season on the 10th of November against Augsburg. So, Pipers out of the timeout here will make their way back out onto the field. Again, 27 seconds to go. 29-20 is our score. Pipers trail the Scots at the moment. They're going to have to shoot for the end zone here. As Spriggs looks left, pumps, now avoids a rush, and he will be dropped at the 10-yard line, staying in bounds, so the clock continues to run. They're going to have to get to the line quickly and either spike it or go for a pass, and they will elect to go for a pass. Lunsford has it on the near side at the 5-yard line. Did he get out of bounds? Yes, he did, with 7 seconds to go. 7 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Pipers will walk to the sideline as Macalester calls a timeout here with 7 seconds to go in this game. 29-20. Pipers trail the Scots, and at this point you think about the missed opportunities that the Pipers have had in this game tonight, and think about it could be a different story right now with the ball at the 3-yard line. Could be a different score, could be different situations, but here a touchdown would feel good as they trail the Scots 29-20 in this one here tonight. You have to give credit to the Pipers, standing strong, trying to claw their way back into this one. We'll see what the offense can do here. 7 seconds to go. 29-20 is our score. The crowd here has been good all night, getting behind the offense one more time. Spriggs in the shotgun, gets the snap, looking end zone, throwing end zone, and it is caught by Lunsford, and that's good for a Pipers touchdown. Spriggs to Lunsford for a touchdown. And that makes the score now 29-26 with 3.2 seconds to go. So now they'll get the extra point attempt. Remember, the last one was blocked, so we'll see if they can put it through and then try an onside kick as the field goal or the extra point rather is up and good. We'll have an onside kick coming up for the Pipers as they trail by 2, 29-27 with 3.2 seconds to go. So the onside kick coming up, you would think, for the Pipers here with 3.2 seconds to go. And then anything can happen if you get that onside kick. If you fall on it, recover it, you can have a couple of trick plays perhaps, or one trick play because there's 3.2 seconds to go, but this one's not quite over. Players getting their last-minute instructions on how they're going to proceed with this onside kick attempt. The Scots awaiting the kick here. Only one deep returner for the Scots standing at the 20-yard line. A lot of white inside the 50 to the 45-yard line, awaiting the onside kick from the Pipers. Now they'll switch things up here as Pipers mark off the distance. Ball teed up at the 35-yard line, and the onside kick will go right into the hands of the Scots. And that will be all here in this one tonight as the Scots recover the onside kick here with 3.2 seconds to go in this one tonight. Macalester will win for the second straight year against the Pipers. Last year they won 23-14. This season 29-27 is the final score as the offense will trot back out onto the field and they will kneel things down, and that will be all from Kloss Field. So they retain the paint bucket after this one. Final score from Kloss Field, 29-27. The Scots topple the Pipers in the Pipers home opener. The Pipers fall now to 0-2. The Scots 2-0 on their 2018 campaign. We'll take a quick break, come back for some final thoughts, and then we'll send you on your way here on this Saturday night at Hamline University. The Pipers fall short in this one, 29-27 at the hands of the Macalester Scots. We'll be back in a moment to wrap things up from Kloss Field. Well, tough loss for the Pipers. Final score 29-27. The Pipers couldn't really get that momentum boost that they needed to overcome the deficit early on. They had a couple breakthrough plays, though. Matt Miller, a 57-yard pass and catch for a touchdown earlier in this game. Then Tristan Thomas, a 93-yard run. So the Pipers had some offensive production, but just couldn't punch one in at the right time, and they fall short in this one and lose to the Scots, and the Scots retain the paint bucket for 2018. Well, our next broadcast here on the Pipers Broadcast Network will be on the 29th of September when St. Olaf comes to Kloss Field at 7 o'clock. The Pipers will go on the road the next 2 weeks, St. Thomas next week, and then Concordia on the 22nd of September. So again, the Pipers lose tonight. They fall to 0-2. The Scots go to 2-0 on the young season here in 2018. We'll say so long from Kloss Field. We thank you for joining us all night here in the Pipers Broadcast Network. This is Dom D'Andrea saying so long. We'll talk to you again on the 29th of September when St. Olaf comes to town to face off against the Pipers. We'll see you later.